We're going second, so that's great. And this is a pretty solid hand. We have the Muse for off turn if our opponent spends their gold. We have the Crystal Golem to draw cards. We have the Herald of Scour on our turn if we feel the need to play it, as well as Misguide Herald. So we'll just full keep and preserve our health. The next thing we'll talk about is all of the zeros in the deck and how important they are. But just like last game, we don't play before our opponent plays, because we have Xanos, and Xanos with a massive hand is incredibly powerful. And as we saw last game, we do have 2 The Risen, 1 Plague Zombies, and 3 Demonic Rising to give us combo kill potential, potentially after what's it called? Zombie Apocalypse. So we're not discarding Muse, Crystal Golem, or Herald of Scour, since those all give us card draw. The question is, do we want to discard Vilify or Misguide Herald? And I think it's Vilify. Generally speaking, when you're discarding cards, you want to make sure you have 1-cost plays first and foremost. And I'm too scared to not immediately break this in case of potential double flash fire, even though it would kill that and go down to 3 cards in hand. We'd be low on cards in hand, and I don't really love that situation. But it's looking like this is either discard-based control, which I doubt. I'm guessing it's more buffs with their untargetable champion. Unblockable champion, I mean. That's fine. Start. Alright. I could play the Gudgeon. And I think I like the Gudgeon here better, because it protects us from Misguide Herald, from Thought Plucker, and if we find a hands from below with it, we don't show it to our opponent, or a Medusa, so I like the Gudgeon here better. Oof. And I was planning on using Scarred Cultist anyway, but since we definitely did not draw any off-turn play, we're definitely using it now. And I don't want to wait, I don't think, just in case our opponent decides to amnesia us. Which they can't unless they kill the Gudgeon, but I don't want to take the risk of not having an off-turn play. Yep, there's Thought Plucker. Pass. We'll discard a Herald of Scour here. We maybe play Roxa next turn. If we had a surprise attack, we'd be happy, but we don't. Although if we did, we might do it on Misguide Herald instead to try and find an answer to the 9/4. But yeah, we're not playing Crystal Golem to try and dig for exactly hands from below here. Once we find Xanos, we can gain back a lot of the health that we lose here. Then there's a decent chance we play Misguide Herald next turn to try and find it. I really want to play Crystal Golem, but if our opponent doesn't spend their gold, I don't know if I will. I might. Just because we are facing a decent amount of pressure, and my guess is they probably won't be able to punish us too hard. Yeah, okay. And they might be running Spike Trap in that deck, so I don't want to try and bluff with Crystal Golem, I don't think. This time I'm not going to break it immediately, though. If they have double Flash Fire, clearing their board is fine with me, since we do have ways to refill our hand. So this mainly just protects us from like a Dark Knight or something like that. By not breaking it immediately. Alright, but like I said, I don't want to bluff by attacking with it, because I think it's way too likely that our opponent has Spike Traps. And we did get Street Swindler, so we do have an off-turn play. We could play Roxa, but I'm probably going to play Misguided Herald and look for Angel of Death, which we would follow up with Eager Necromancer to get those out of our opponent's discard pile. A Medusa would also be fine to kill the 9/4. The Thought Plucker will probably leave in play since we have enough card draw to deal with it. This much delay makes me really think my opponent has Spike Trap and is considering using it on my Scarred Cultist. Okay, Disappearing Act. Interesting. I wonder why they did that. Oh. They wanted to discard that. That's fine. We have Eager Necromancer for that. And if we find Xanos here with our massive hand, that's also strong. So we're mainly looking for Angel of Death, but Xanos is also great. Medusa is fine. We have the Street Swindler for off-turn. And we're definitely playing Eager Necromancer to get the Soul Hunter out of our opponent's discard pile no matter what. And I'm guessing they probably have a ton of Recycle as well. With the Amnesias and possibly Spike Traps and stuff like that. But if we do find Angel of Death, we'll be in amazing shape. Rift Summoner. Fascinating. We really need to find that Angel of Death. If we do, our opponent is in such terrible shape. If we don't, we're in very bad shape. We have a lot of options here. I'm not sure which one I like the best. It's probably Xanos. And I'm finally showing my entire hand. Yeah, I want all the health I can get. And we'll want to use Scarred Cultist on Xanos. We're low enough on health that I think I have to Eager Necromancer that guy out, though. Hey, Snorkeling, good to see ya. I'll be curious to see what my opponent does. They might just hold back their Rift Summoner and Demons for defense. and just keep coming in with their unblockable guys. We will discard one of... Oh, no. I don't want to discard my Roxas. Because I don't want to give it my opponent the ability to final task it, which they almost certainly have. So I think I'm getting rid of Herald of Skara here. Although final tasking that wouldn't be great either. We have a Misguide Herald. I think that's fine. I think I'd rather hold on to the Gudgeon, and I don't want to hold on to all the other cards, so... It's a real shame we haven't found a Hands from Below for the Knight of Shadows yet, though. There's Angel of Death, that's fine with me. Double Invoke Pact, okay. Interesting. Alright, having another card draw is great. So many options. I think... Two Invoke Packs. What do I want to do here? I think no matter what, I want to play Scarred Cultist to get back Xanos. I think I want to Scar's Will that away. And I think I want to get rid of Knight of Shadows. And I don't know which other one I want to get rid of. I think Angel of Death. They can get their Thought Blocker back. That's fine. And then we have Demonic Rising to draw cards. We could also just get back... we don't have a off-turn card draw currently. Knight of Shadows gone. Angel of Death gone. I'm most scared of those because Angel of Death will reestablish my opponent with a board advantage. Knight of Shadows we don't have a way to really deal with right now. Thought Plucker is fine because we just play rocks on top of it. And Rift Summoner is fine because it's not that scary when we have double Roxa, etc. Do I attack with Street Swindler? No, I don't. We pass. We pass. I don't want to over-establish with Scarred Cultist yet. But yeah, one of the things I love about this deck is the zeros are just so flexible. They can fill so many different roles, and deciding which one to fill them with is a huge deal. Yep, play Thought Plucker. We'll discard one Roxa now, and then play the other. Do I want to get back Xanos? Sort of. Probably. Xenos is just so powerful. We'll attack with this, see what happens. If this breaks, I might get this back instead. Yeah, okay. And I also might just hold on to Scarred Cultist, actually. I don't have lethal here. Yeah, I think I want to use Scarred Cultist for card draw. And we don't have much, we don't have off-turn card draw in here right now, so I think I'm going to hold on to it. We're definitely using Demonic Rising off-turn to draw cards, even though it can kill our opponent potentially, but we need the cards badly. If our opponent doesn't have a board clear, our board is insanely threatening right now, so that's good. And Roxa is also very strong against Thought Plucker, which is another reason why it's in the deck. Okay, I thought that might happen. Do I discard the Gudgeon or Scarred Cultist? What's in our discard pile? Misguide Herald. Ugh. I think I want the Gudgeon, as sad as it makes me. I feel like I like that you get board cleared into Amnesia. So I want to make sure I have a follow-up card draw play. Alright, those are some good draws. Now that we are low on cards in hand, we do want to get rid of that Thought Plucker. Hopefully that deck doesn't run Flame Strikes, because that could be scary. We probably will use the Vilify if they try and invoke back the Rift Summoner. And if they spend their gold, we're almost guaranteed to be playing the Gudgeon here, which would protect us from potentially Flame Strike if they run it. There's Rift Summoner. Okay. Let's start with the Gudgeon. I don't think I feel the need to play Vilify here. You might double block here, and that's fine. If they double block, I might play Vilify. This isn't a deck I really need to combo out. But I'll probably hold on to it. I'm doing this even though it risks our two demon tokens dying over here. Because if they have a buff, we could have vilified, but because they didn't block, we're not going to attack with Street Swindler. No, I think I do. Yeah, I think I want to get the damage in. Gain the health. Prevent my opponent from having a champion in play that they can break with their Rift Summoner. And now if we find another Xanos or a Scarred Cultist into Xanos, that will probably be lethal. Not yet, because we have to draw some cards, but we've already drawn 2 of our Scarred Cultists. We still have 2 more Xanoses, though. Decent chance we get board cleared here. We probably play Crystal Golem and break it. I'm still afraid of Spike Trap, so alright. Good game, Pelon. Deck is working pretty well for us.